Hi, I'm Tina Desiree Berg reporting for Status Coup News. What do a white nationalist, an ex-president, and a famous rapper have in common? Well, it appears to be a lot more than just a quest for political power. Over Thanksgiving, there were multiple videos and posts made in regards to Kanye West, Trump, and Nick Fuentes getting together for dinner at Mar-a-Lago. So apparently Kanye West has been palling around with white nationalist Nick Fuentes. Let's talk about Nick Fuentes for a second for folks that don't know who he is. Nick is the founder of a movement called America First. He is a groyper. That is at least what his fans call him and what they call themselves. He makes a lot of posts on Telegram, but he also has a streaming service called Cozy TV, which is basically chock full of white nationalists and conspiracy theorists. Nick has been known to make lots of anti-Semitic videos and posts. Fuentes is also an avid Holocaust denier that was present at Charlottesville Unite the Right rally back a few years. He was also present at the January 6th Capitol insurrection. This week, he also engaged in a racist tirade on his Cozy TV platform and also posted a clip on Telegram in which he basically called for the military to go into black neighborhoods and do what needs to be done. Let's play that clip.
9 in 10 blacks vote for Democrats. Why do they do that? God only knows. Why do they play the knockout game? Why do they punch white people in the street for no reason? Why do they rob 5 7-Elevens in 30 minutes? Why do they walk around with their pants around their ankles? I don't know. I'm not black. So it's not my experience. It's unexplainable. But this is what they do. Okay, this is how they are. It is what it is. That black vote is locked in, man. It is totally inelastic. It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter what they believe or who they like. I mean, it just doesn't matter. So why would we create these opportunity zones and a platinum plan and just send the military in? Do what must be done. Send the military into these black neighborhoods, make the streets safe. They'll complain about it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're never going to vote for us.
I mean, to be frank, he's right. Why would anybody that is part of a marginalized community vote for a literal neo-Nazi? He also posted this morning a video in which he lamented the fact that he can't burn women alive at the stake.
We're allowing women to go out into the society and lie and bear false witness and cast spells and worship minerals and rocks. And women are out there naked and they're killing babies and they're getting to be 300 pounds and they get in your face and we can't do anything about it. You can't hit these people. You can't punch them. They don't arrest them. And basically they're taking over the culture on social media. I said, what happened to the good old days 1,000 years ago when people like this, instead of arguing with them or saying, hey, listen, darling, everything's okay, they would dunk them in the river or burn them alive. I said, this is the kind of thing that we need to see more of, is burning them alive a little bit more. Taking women like this, and instead of hiring a lawyer for all this money and we're going to sue him for defamation, how about we go to the constable or whatever, we go to the police officer, the soldier stationed in the village, and say, hey, we got to burn her alive. Hey, this woman is worshiping rocks. She's bearing false witness. She's lying about men. And basically, we need to capture her and throw her in the lake. Or set her on fire. I feel like that would be more appropriate. And everybody freaked out. And this was all over Twitter. And everybody said, oh, this is horrible. Is this guy for real? Yeah, I'm for real.
He's for real. Let's look at some of his recent posts on Telegram. He says ADL is a Jewish organization and is dictated the world's richest man, who is now owner and CEO of Twitter, who will be allowed to have a platform in America. It is apparent now more than ever that this is the truth and it's a problem and it needs to be talked about in order for America to become great again. He also made a post about Happy Birthday, Baked Alaska. Baked Alaska is another notorious neo-Nazi. So let's get to the part where this is related to Kanye West and to Donald Trump. So there was a video posted on Twitter in the last 48 hours, which showcased West walking through the airport with Nick Fuentes on their way to Mar-a-Lago. That was followed by West posting a video on Twitter describing his meeting with Donald Trump, in which he apparently wanted Donald Trump to be his VP since he is now announcing a 2024 run as an independent. And Nick Fuentes was there with them. Let's watch that video.
I think the thing that Trump was most perturbed about, me asking him to be my vice president, I think that was like lower on the list of things that caught him off guard. It was the fact that I walked in with intelligence. So Trump is really impressed with Nick Fuentes. And Nick Fuentes, unlike so many of the lawyers and so many people that he was left with on his 2020 campaign, he's actually a loyalist. When he didn't know what the lawyers is, you'll still have your lawyer list. And when all the lawyers said, forget it, Trump's done, there were loyalists running up in the White House, right? And my question would be, why, when you had the chance, did you not free the January 6ers? And I came to him as someone who loves Trump, and I said, go and get Corey back. Go and get these people that the media tried to cancel and told you to step away from. He basically gives me this would-be mob-esque kind of story, talking to some kid from the south side of Chicago trying to sound mobby or whatever. He goes into the story about all that he went through to get Alice Johnson out of jail and how he didn't do it for Kim, but he did it for me. But then he goes on to say that Kim is a and you could tell her I said that. And I was thinking, like, that's the mother of my children. Since we know, and all the Christians in America that love Trump know that Trump is a conservative, we're going to demand that you hold all policies directly to the Bible. When Trump started basically screaming at me at the table, telling me I was going to lose, I mean, has that ever worked for anyone in history?
You're going to lose. Tell him he's going to lose.
I'm like, well, hold on, Trump. You're talking to Ye.
So that is the video that he posted along with a few more campaign videos. I also want to point out that the other person with him in the video is Milan Yiannopoulos, who is an alt-right character, provocateur that was most well known for instigating a racist mob, I would call it that, a racist mob to go after actor Leslie Jones on Twitter, which ultimately led to his being suspended from Twitter. He's sort of been on the decline recently, but apparently he's serving in some capacity in Kanye West's campaign because he's there in the video. In response to this, Donald Trump had something to say, and it kind of differed a little bit from the story that we got from Kanye West. So I want to read his post on Truth Social. Let's pull that up. This past week, Kanye West called me to have dinner at Mar-a-Lago. Shortly thereafter, he unexpectedly showed up with three of his friends whom I knew nothing about. We had dinner on Tuesday evening with many members present on the back patio. The dinner was quick and uneventful. They then left for the airport. So the story we're getting from Donald is a little bit different than the one Kanye is saying, where he insulted Kim, the mother of his children, and was very offended by the idea that he would want to be Kanye's vice president. So we'll have to keep tabs on this, but the fact that these guys are all palling around together is quite the story.